Introduction: Legal Framework for Disputing Repossessions on Credit Reports. Struggling with repossessions on your credit report? What if I told you there's a way to legally remove them? Stick with us to learn the exact steps to challenge and erase those negative marks from your credit. Repossessions are severe events that can negatively impact your credit score, often remaining on your credit report for up to 7 years. However, this does not make them impervious to removal. In this educational guide, you will learn how to use consumer law and factual disputes to legally challenge repossessions and have them removed from your credit report. Footnote: This section introduces the concept of challenging repossessions on credit reports and provides a legal pathway for removal. Understanding repossessions and consumer law. A repossession occurs when a borrower defaults on an auto loan, and the lender reclaims the vehicle. While the event of repossession itself is not in dispute, the way it is reported on your credit report is critical. You are not challenging the occurrence of the repossession but instead disputing how it is reported and whether the reporting complies with federal law, including being accurate, complete, and verifiable. The consumer protection laws that apply to repossessions are the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, the Truth in Lending Act, TILA, and the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC. Section 611 of the FCRA grants you the right to dispute inaccurate or unverifiable information. Section 607B mandates maximum possible accuracy in reporting, and Section 623 holds furnishers accountable for correcting inaccuracies. TILA governs the calculation and reporting of balances, fees, and interest. Finally, UCC Article 9 addresses repossession practices, including notice, resale, and deficiency balances, which may vary by state. Footnote: This section discusses the legal framework surrounding repossessions, focusing on applicable consumer protection laws such as the FCRA, TILA, and UCC. Identifying reporting errors in credit reports. The legal framework provides a basis for challenging errors in repossession reporting. If any aspect of the repossession account is reported inaccurately, such as the balance, dates, or status, you can dispute and demand removal. Key areas to review in your credit report include: 1. Incorrect status reporting. The account should be listed as either closed or repossessed, not open or past due. Multiple statuses such as charged off and repossessed on the same line are contradictory. 2. Balance after repossession. If the vehicle has been repossessed and sold, the remaining balance must reflect the sale proceeds. Any failure to adjust the balance accordingly constitutes inaccurate reporting. 3. Payment history after repossession. Once the vehicle is repossessed, there should be no further payments. Any reported payments post-repossession represent an error. 4. Re-aged delinquency. Watch for any attempt to push forward the date of first delinquency to extend the account's reporting period beyond the permissible 7 years. 5. Missing sale information. The lender must resell the vehicle and apply the proceeds to the debt. If no sale is reported or the deficiency balance is unclear, the reporting is incomplete. Footnote: This section outlines the common errors in repossession reporting that provide grounds for dispute and potential removal. Step-by-step process to dispute repossessions. To effectively dispute a repossession on your credit report, follow these steps. 1. Pull and compare all 3 bureau reports. Review the credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion to compare how each bureau reports the repossession. Highlight any discrepancies in balance, payment history, dates, and status. 2. Draft a factual dispute letter. Your dispute letter must be precise and legally grounded. Use specific language, such as: This account shows a full balance after the repossession date. Under FCRA and TILA, the balance must reflect resale proceeds. Please delete immediately. Payment activity is shown post-repossession, which is factually incorrect and violates FCRA Section 607B. This account is listed as both charged off and repossessed. These statuses are mutually exclusive and cause inaccuracies. Please delete this account immediately. 3. Send disputes to each bureau. Mail the dispute letters to each credit bureau individually, clearly marking the discrepancies. Include copies of your credit reports to provide proof. 4. Monitor and track responses. The credit bureaus must respond within 30 days under FCRA Section 611. If they fail to provide a correction or deletion, you will have documented proof for further escalation. Footnote: this section provides a detailed, step-by-step process for disputing repossessions, including the review of credit reports, drafting custom dispute letters, and tracking responses. Escalation and legal actions. If your dispute is verified but remains uncorrected, you have several escalation options. 1. File a second-level dispute. Reference your original dispute and cite FCRA Section 611 and 623 for continued inaccuracies. Use stronger language, such as, "This is a formal request for reinvestigation under federal law." 2. File a complaint with the CFPB. If the bureaus continue to report unverifiable data, file a formal complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. Attach proof of your initial dispute in the unchanged report. 3. Send a notice of intent to litigate. If the errors persist, notify the credit bureaus and furnishers of your intent to take legal action. Often, this leads to the deletion of the incorrect data without further escalation. Footnote: this section outlines escalation procedures, including filing second-level disputes, complaints with the CFPB, and sending a notice of intent to pursue legal action. Final tips: what not to do. To ensure the effectiveness of your dispute, avoid the following mistakes. 1. Disputing a repossession is not yours. Only dispute the repossession if it is factually incorrect. Do not dispute an account merely because it is on your report. 2. Sending the same dispute to all 3 bureaus. Sending identical disputes to all bureaus may result in them flagging your dispute as a generic template. Customize your dispute for each bureau. 3. Relying on emotional appeals. Your dispute should be grounded in facts and legal rights, not emotional arguments. A legal approach based on violations and errors is more likely to succeed. Footnote: this section highlights key mistakes to avoid when disputing repossessions and emphasizes the importance of a factual, legally based approach. Key takeaways: legal strategy for repossessions. Repossessions may be challenging, but they are not insurmountable. Focus on errors in balance, payment activity, and account statuses. Use precise factual disputes backed by consumer law and monitor all activities closely. If necessary, escalate strategically to achieve successful removal. Footnote: this section summarizes the key principles for disputing repossessions, emphasizing the importance of precision, legal frameworks, and escalation tactics for successful results. Now that you know how to legally challenge repossessions, it's time to take control of your credit report. Be sure to subscribe for more tips on credit repair and financial empowerment. Let's get started on cleaning up your credit today.